sports in the National Football League. So proud to welcome you to the southeast section of Brazil and the world-renowned city of Sao Paulo. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go here in Sao Paulo. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
A handoff, Barkley running left. We'll get this up to about the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Hurts. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Love now. To swing that out wide to Jacobs. So nothing doing there. 3rd and 7 now. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week one picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Back to throw now on first down. That one complete down the field to Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw,
Hurts fumbles it. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Throwing. Love. And his throw here is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Love looking to throw it. Now this aired out deep for Reed. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Runs through the contact. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Chubb. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Chubb again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here now a 3rd down and 8. He'll look to throw. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
63.
Out of the gun now on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 8. They'll set up to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Hurts fumbles it, but it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And that would be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Love. He's going to let it go again. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 23. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Wide open receiver complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. And Chubb will try the middle here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They run it again with Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Jacobs. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Love to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Packers! Jayden Reed, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, they're
like, damn, why I get a like Aaron? I'ma drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like why, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now, I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, tryna avoid my hurt. About 6 point something in the field like church. Or the hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt. I've been living off golf on the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills. Hit a 2K lick, I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like gold. Call me Ice Cube, baby, where they sit on my chain. Heard a lame tryna play up my name when I'm 23 toiling. I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb. Got stank. Out here, everything come free. I ain't never met God, but I bet he know me. Put the money in a set of dying them streets. Through the boy alley hooping, I ain't riding on fleek. Got a Porsche light scan in the ceiling, got peeled. I was 20 plus young when got real. Young black boy running, got me out of that field. Better living off game, you should get it on film. I ain't never your kind, late but I'm really on time. Girl, what you put in your mind, I ain't digging your sign. True for that mind, hurt but I made it out fine. Still in my prime, bro, really outline. Talk like he Tony out grind, throwing 20 on 9. How you living on spine, bro, better off dying. Man, you got nerve, bro, need to get a bird. And I'ma get it off first, find a way you ain't surf. You looking all hurt, funny till your ego got nerve. Boy, I made it all worse, woke up looking like work. 150 lay on my shirt, 20 lay on my teeth. Boy, I make an M in my sleep, everything I want in my reach. I'ma run it off tops, wonder where I've been pulling off lots. 454, I'ma keep it on stock. Bezel with the ticker on rocks. Big side, tell me what I ain't got. Get it right now where I got it back in. Number one stunner, but the level raised by the gang with a meal like Philly with a watch 250 in a so silly. When the door got closed, I ain't feel too bad. I'ma run mine up, I'ma have some stash. Now you in a broad purse, but you going outside. Now you on the couch surfing, you keep a little rash. Living out his backpack, need to get it back. Got a grade double R and you need both lanes. Got a dollar to his name, but he all gang. Where you all on my when I find that strange. Keep playing with the fire, but his get burned. But your boy got spit when the light got turned. Got a dog crack when the boy won't learn. Big racked up shorty when the block gets served. Always sorry when the cap don't work. Got the butterfly doors and the fly like bird. And I love my but I ain't them nerd like damn. Why pie get like yarn? Two in, two back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't got too long, no. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know we running up at night. You know I only get one life for this. Went through. J. Cole said it's memes and mills, but I'm the king and adjust it all. Really wanna wipe me down, I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaty better beef with me than never beef with life's obstacles. I'm bad as a bone out. I'm way too toned to be toned down. Too big, some